Hi, I'm Abby, and welcome to the 80's Emporium, your home for everything 80s. There are many important actors and actresses who rose to prominence in our favorite decade, but few had as diverse a resume as Kathleen Turner. Kathleen Turner began her acting career in the late 70s, appearing in 2 live shows in New York, while also working as a TV actor on the NBC soap The Doctors.
You know, you told me to keep a lookout for Dr. Aldrich when he came.
Yes. Mona can't do anything until he comes.
Well, he's here.
Oh, my God.
Her first film role was opposite William Hurt in the erotic film noir thriller Body Heat, which was also the first project directed by Star Wars scribe Lawrence Kasdan. In the film, Turner plays a woman having an affair who attempts to persuade her lover into killing her husband. But she almost didn't even get to audition. Turner initially was turned away from the New York auditions for the film because she had 0 film credits to her name. But a few months later, a different casting director, a woman who had seen her elsewhere, gave her a call to come in and read for the film. Kasdan was in attendance and was impressed. But, reasonably nervous about casting an unknown, the studio put her through a number of screen tests. Eventually, Turner won the part that would become her big break. In addition to her amazing audition, Lawrence Kasdan also claimed he cast her because of how closely she resembled film noir icon Lauren Bacall. The film was a critical and financial success and helped launch Turner's career. She received a number of offers after Body Heat, mostly roles that were similar to the villainous seductress character she had just portrayed.
My impulse when I've done one kind of role is then to look for the exact opposite.
After reading a script for Carl Reiner's zany comedy, The Man with Two Brains, Turner asked for an audition. After proving that she could, in fact, be funny, she got the gig. The film follows a surgeon, played by Steve Martin, who falls in love with a bodiless brain. Making things complicated is Turner, who plays his scheming wife, who is anxious to get her hands on a large fortune that Martin has inherited. Turner took the role because it poked fun at her famous femme fatale role in Body Heat. In 1984, Turner was everywhere, with 3 movies released in the span of 7 months. By far and away the most popular and beloved of these was Romancing the Stone, an adventure rom-com co-starring Turner, Michael Douglas, and Danny DeVito. Kathleen played the role of Joan Wilder, a romance novelist who attempts to rescue her kidnapped sister, but finds herself lost in the Colombian rainforest, pursued by dangerous villains. She teams up with Michael Douglas, who plays an experienced adventurer. The film was an unexpected hit, and Turner earned a Golden Globe. Robert Zemeckis, the film's director, claims that Back to the Future owes its existence to the success of Romancing the Stone, because after several box office failures, this success allowed him to finally make the 1985 time travel classic. The indie film A Breed Apart was Kathleen Turner's first feature with top billing, but is largely forgotten in her filmography. In the movie, Rutger Hauer plays a recluse conservationist who lives on an island, and Turner plays a local shopkeeper and romantic interest. Meanwhile, Power's booth arrives on the island with the intent to steal some rare eggs. A common rumor is that the film suffered a major setback during post-production, when one of the 4 reels got lost in transit, forcing a total re-edit of the film. However, this has never been confirmed or denied. But it would explain why some backstories are missing, and why some subplots are not explored in greater depth. If you're enjoying this video, please give us a like and subscribe to this channel. 3 years after Body Heat, Turner once again returned to the erotic thriller genre with Crimes of Passion, where she played a fashion designer by day and sex worker by night. In her book, Turner said that working with both director Ken Russell and actor Anthony Perkins was difficult, largely due to their alcohol and drug addictions, respectively. The film, which included gore, nudity, sex toys, profanity, drugs, and alcohol, went through numerous revisions in the editing process to get approved as an R-rated film. The first few drafts earned a rating of X, which is the equivalent of an NC-17 rating today. Still, the final cut was controversial amongst audiences, but it was a major success on home video, earning more than it made in theaters. Today, you can see both the unrated cut and director's cut on the special edition from Arrow Video. Next up was Prizzi's Honor, directed by John Huston, in which Turner and Jack Nicholson play assassins in love who are hired to kill each other. Angelica Houston appeared in a supporting role, due in part to the fact that she was the director's daughter and dating Jack Nicholson. But her performance earned her Best Supporting Actress at the Oscars, her first and only win so far. The acclaimed film earned a total of 8 Oscar nominations. For her role as Irene Walker, Kathleen won her second Golden Globe. Only 1 year after Romancing the Stone, a sequel was released, in an attempt to capitalize on the success of the first film. The Jewel of the Nile featured Turner, Douglas, and DeVito all back in their roles, albeit without writer Diane Thomas or director Robert Zemeckis. After reading the script, Turner tried to back out of the project, but she was contractually obligated to be in the sequel. The shoot was plagued by issues, including excessive heat, an outbreak of dysentery, vehicle problems, and more, which are all detailed in Turner's book, Send Yourself Roses. It received poor reviews, but its soundtrack was more successful, which featured the hit song Freaks Come Out at Night by Houdini, as well as the Billy Ocean classic When the Goin' Gets Tough, the Tough Get Going, which hit number 2 on the US Billboard Hot 100. There have been multiple attempts for a third film, a reboot, or even a television show, but it seems that no progress has been made in almost a decade. In the meantime, we'll just need to settle for the movies that were inspired by it. If you're enjoying this video, the best way to support us is by purchasing some of our exclusive merchandise on our online shop. Kathleen Turner only had one movie in 1986, but it has become one of her best-known films. In Peggy Sue Got Married, Turner's character travels back in time 25 years to her senior year of high school.
I beg your pardon?
Turner starred alongside up-and-coming actors Nicolas Cage and Jim Carrey. The comedy was directed by Francis Ford Coppola, the director of the Godfather films and Apocalypse Now, who hadn't directed a comedy in nearly 20 years. But the movie was a box office and critical success. Coppola's daughter Sophia played Turner's younger sister. The two women would work together 13 years later on The Virgin Suicides, in which Sofia Coppola directed Turner. For her role as Peggy Sue, Kathleen was nominated for Best Actress at the Academy Awards, but lost to newcomer Marlee Matlin, who won for her performance in Children of a Lesser God. It is the only Oscar nomination of Turner's career so far. The following year, she starred in Italian filmmaker Peter Del Monte's Julia and Julia. Not to be confused with Julie, Julia, or Julie and Julia, this movie was a fantasy drama in which Turner drifts between two realities following an accident. She starred alongside acclaimed Irish actor Gabriel Byrne, legendary Italian actor Gabriele Ferzetti, and musician-turned-actor Sting. Turner next teamed up with Burt Reynolds and Christopher Reeve for Switching Channels, a loose remake of the 1940s classic His Girl Friday. It was to be Kathleen's least favorite film experience. Michael Caine, who had been set to star opposite Turner, got stuck filming for Jaws: The Revenge, and with Turner's pregnancy, the film had to move quickly. Caine was replaced by Burt Reynolds, who immediately clashed with Turner. She has said that he made her cry and would say very cruel things to her. Turner says the crew even took sides. Their feud lasted until his death in 2018. The rom-com Switching Channels followed Reynolds, a TV producer who tries to win back his ex, Turner, before she gets married. Despite being able to hide their mutual dislike of one another in the film, Switching Channels was a box office flop. Kathleen Turner never appears in 1988's Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and actually goes uncredited for her work, which, by all accounts, was her decision. But the movie wouldn't be the same without her. Turner provided the voice of none other than Jessica Rabbit, Roger's wife, and one of the primary suspects in the film.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Director Robert Zemeckis, who directed Turner in Romancing the Stone, invited her to provide the voice of the character. Turner agreed to the role, as it was not very demanding physically. After all, she was pregnant at the time. Who Framed Roger Rabbit was praised for its seamless mixture of animation and live action, and ended up as the second highest grossing film of 1988. For the romance drama The Accidental Tourist, Kathleen reunited with director Lawrence Kasdan and actor William Hurt. The film follows Hurt's character, who splits from his wife after the death of their son. He then meets Gina Davis's character, who helps him re-embrace life. But when Turner's character tells him she'd like to reconcile, Hurt has to make a huge decision. The highly acclaimed movie was nominated for 4 Academy Awards: for Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, John Williams' original score, and Best Supporting Actress for Turner's co-star Geena Davis, who earned the film's sole Oscar. In her last film of the decade, Turner reunited with Romancing the Stone and Jewel of the Nile co-stars Michael Douglas and Danny DeVito in a film directed by DeVito himself. A black comedy satire on divorce, The War of the Roses features Turner and Douglas as a separating couple, who each try to drive the other out of their house.
I mean it, Oliver.
It was both a commercial and critical success and earned Turner and Douglas Golden Globe nominations. After an impressive debut decade, Turner's luck took a turn for the worse in the 1990s. The roles she got were in poorly rated movies that have long since been forgotten. She also decreased her appearances due to health issues and alcohol addiction. But at the turn of the century, Turner returned to the spotlight, mostly in guest star roles on television and in live theater, both on Broadway and London's West End. Her portrayal as Martha in 2005's Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf earned her a second Tony nomination, the first being for the role of Maggie in 1990's Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. And she continues to act to this day. She also teaches acting at universities across the country. She recently appeared in a multiple-episode arc on the Kominsky Method as the ex-wife of her longtime co-star, Michael Douglas.
How come you never remarried?
Oh, you really want to know? Well, Sandy, sweetheart, I never fell out of love with you.
Really?
No, I'm fucking with you.
Now I want to hear from you. What's your favorite Kathleen Turner movie from the 80s? Is she better as a rom-com lead or a femme fatale? Let us know in the comments. Remember to give us a like, a share, and a subscribe if you like this video. Thanks for watching.
How soon can you get home?
I had 2 operations, but I can do them fast. They're just brain operations. Let me get my hat, my briefcase. Would you walk me to the door?